Welcome to our channel Tech Theory Concept. In this video, we will discuss one more important topic of DBMS, that is how we can find number of candidate key in a relation. We have already discussed what is candidate key or types of keys in our previous video. So let's start. In our previous video, closure of attribute, I have told you to find any candidate key, we need to calculate closure of attribute. Why so? Because by calculating closure of attribute, we can find super key in a relation. So what is super key? Super key is an attribute or it is a set of attribute that uniquely identifies the tuple. How we can find super key? By using closure of attribute. To understand this, let's take an example. Suppose we have a relation R which has three attributes A, B, C and some given functional dependencies are A determine B and B determine C. Suppose if we calculate the closure of attribute A, we have discussed the trick how we can find closure of attribute in our previous video. So I am using that trick here. According to that trick, first we will add A because it is present in left hand side. Now we will find which functional dependency is the start from A in given functional dependency. So here we can see that A determine B. Now we will add the attribute that is present on right hand side in this given functional dependency. Now we have added B. Again we check which functional dependency is the start from B in given functional dependency. Here you can see that only one functional dependency is a start from B, that is B determines C. So we will add C in our closure. This is a closure of A because we have checked all the given functional dependency and no functional dependency is a start from C. This is a super key as we can determine all the attribute from closure of A. So this is a super key. Now to calculate the number of candidate key in a relation, first we need to find out super key. Then we check this super key is a candidate key or not according to the candidate key definition. What is it? According to candidate key definition, the super key whose proper subset is not a super key, then we call that super key is a candidate key. So first we need to check all the proper subset of A. According to the proper subset definition, we know that there is no proper subset of A. So this is a candidate key in our relation. This is a first candidate key. More than one candidate key is possible in a relation. In a relation, how many super keys are possible? 2 raised to n minus 1. N is a number of attribute. So here if we put 3 in place of n, so we will get 7. So here in this relation, we need to calculate closure of attribute A, B, C and their combination also, like A, B, B, C, A, C and A, B, C. If more than one super key is fine, then we need to check is that super key is candidate key or not. This is a very lengthy process. That's why we will discuss one short trick here, how we can find number of candidate key in a relation. It will save your time in your competitive exam. So let's start. According to the first step of this trick, we will add all the attribute that is present in this relation. In the first step, we will write all the attribute that is A, B, C. We are doing this because if we will find the closure of this set of attribute, this will be a super key in this relation, because in any relation at least one super key is always present if we combine all the attribute of that relation. So this is our first step. Now in second step, using Armstrong axiom, we will try to discard some attribute in our first step. For this, we will apply Armstrong axiom rule in given functional dependency. Here you can see that A determine B is present. It means that if we have A, then we can discard B. because if A is present, we can easily determine B. We will apply transitivity rule in these two given functional dependency, then we will have A determines C. It means that we can also determine C using A. So we can discard B and C, because if we have A, then we can easily determine B and C in given relation. If we will find the closure of this attribute as we have discussed, so we will have all the attribute in this closure. It means that this is a super key. Now in third step, if we find a super key, then we will check this is a candidate key or not. For this, we need to check is any proper subset of this super key is super key or not according to the proper subset definition. So this is a proper subset definition. According to this definition, we can say that there is no proper subset is exist here, as only one attribute is present. So A is a candidate key. Now in next step, we will check is there any another candidate key is present in this relation or not. If we will find a candidate key, then the attribute of candidate key is called as a prime attribute. This is our fourth step. Here only one attribute is present in this candidate key, so we will have only one prime attribute, that is A. Now we will check is this prime attribute is present on right hand side in any given functional dependency. So here the A is not present in right hand side of any given functional dependency. That's why we can say that this is only a candidate key that is present in our relation. If prime attribute is present on right hand side, then we will replace the prime attribute with left hand side attribute in candidate key. To understand this step, that is fifth, we will take one more example. Here we have a relation which has four attribute and some given functional dependencies are A, B, C determine D and D determine A. We will follow all the step that we have already seen in our previous example. So in the first step, we will add all the attribute that is present in a relation. So if we will find the closure of this set of attribute, we will get all the attribute in our closure. Now we will try to discard some attribute using the given functional dependency and using Armstrong axiom rule. Here we will check the given functional dependency A, B, C determine D. It means that if we will have A, B, C, then we can discard D. Also, if we will have D, then we can discard A. So here we can discard either D or A from the first step. Suppose we are discarding D in the first step, so we will have only A, B, C attribute. This is definitely a super key. Now in the third step, we will check this super key is a candidate key or not. So according to the candidate key definition, the proper subset of this super key will not be a super key. So we will check all the proper subset of A, B, C. What are the proper subset of A, B, C? So here A, B, C and AB, BC and AC are proper subset of A, B, C according to this definition. Now we will find the closure of all these proper subset. In closure of A, B, C, we will get A, B and C. If we will find closure of AB, BC and AC, then we will get AB, BC and AC. So here we can say that ABC proper subset are not a super key. So ABC will be a candidate key. Now we have three prime attribute. As candidate key attribute are called as a prime attribute. So here we have three attribute, that is A, B, C. Now we will check, is there any prime attribute present on the right hand side of given functional dependency. So here you can say that only A is present on the right hand side of D. So we will replace A with D in this candidate key. This is our fifth step. Now we have one more super key, that is DBC. This is definitely a super key. If we will find the closure of DBC, we will get all the attribute. So this is a super key. Again we have to follow all these steps. Now we will check all the proper subset of DBC. So what are the proper subset of DBC? DB, C, DB, DC and BC. Now pause the video and try to find out the closure of these proper subset. If you will find closure of these proper subset, you can say that in this proper subset there is no super key. So we can say that DBC is our candidate key. Now we will have one more prime attribute, that is D. Now we will check, is D is present on right hand side of given functional dependency. So here we can see that ABC determine D. So here D is present on right hand side of ABC. We can replace the D with ABC, but we have already checked that the ABC is a candidate key, so we don't need to check it again. There is no other prime attribute that are present on right hand side, so we can say that here in this relation only two candidate keys are present, that is ABC and DBC. If you will solve some numerical, then you will do this step very quickly and it will save your time also. If you have any doubt, please leave a message in comment box. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel Tech Theory Concept, as it motivates us to create a new and knowledgeable video for you.